That's not working. Would you please load? I'm sorry, guys. I don't know where the thing went. Y'all, YouTube just crashed on me. Hang on. I apologize. There we go. Apologies. Some mornings I guess I'm a little bit faster, but that's not this morning, to be honest. Okay. Good morning. Hi. Hello. Hey. How you doing? I'm doing okay. Welcome. Thank you for clicking on my live and or video. This is Periwinkle Palace Arts. It's here. This is my place. That's my castle, my palace. I'm Princess Bun Bun, and I'm here with all of my Bun Buns to do art. That's what we do here. We do art with our bunnies. These live streams are probably a little different from what you're used to, but we don't love total sameness all the time, do we? Anyway, yeah. Good morning. Do you have your coffee? I have my coffee. Which is helpful a lot because the warm feels really good on my toothache. I am back. My tooth is still hurting. I had to numb it up before I got on live stream, but it's not fully numb, so we have to live with it. I assume the antibiotics are doing their thing, and unless I'm in tears, I still show up to my studio. Let's say good morning to the buns. Say hi, Maya. This is Maya. If you've not been here before, she is my gorgeous and adorable fibromyalgia bunny. She has the fibromyalgia rainbow butterfly on her tum-tum. Put your pants up. She's styling right now. She's wearing this little pink plaid outfit. She kind of loves it. She doesn't really love the eye mask that much. So we put it behind her and she's wearing it like a headband. And I absolutely love this girl. She's my main bun. She's not my main bun. That sounds like I'm showing favoritism. She's the first bunny I got from Plushy Dreadfuls. And she's the big sister to all the buns that came to my house after her. And there's a lot of them. So much that Plushy Dreadfuls just started a rewards program, and they're giving lifetime reward special bunnies that you can't get unless you get a lifetime reward for all the dollars that you spent before they started the program. And I'm gonna get 2 of the special buns for free. Yay! I'll tell you about them when they get here. She sits underneath my laptop. Hello to your funny face. Hello. Okay, we also have 2 buns to join us in the bunny cup holder. And that is this one. This is the dissociative identity disorder bunny. And that used to be called multiple personality syndrome. Okay? She has a lot of special features, you know, that I can't remember right now. And she has a little bit of coffee on her leg. Oops. Anyway, her name is Legion. I love her ears. She has different bunnies in her ears. They're so funny. And I believe this, look at what she's doing. She's like, I want my hair up. Yeah, so if you want to know what the symbols are, I'm going to actually go on the website and print out the descriptions of each bunny that I have. I'm gonna make a bunny notebook, a stuffy notebook that has a picture of them and their name and all that stuff. The description, what their voice sounds like, their personality. Yes, they have personalities. Anyway, this is Legion. My husband named this one. Okay, you ready to go? She's gonna go in the bunny cup holder. And then we have my biggest bunny in size. This is the panic disorder bunny. He has some roller skates. They always be coming off. Let me put his skate back on. It's trying to come off. And he has this cape. And he has this for heart palpitations from panic attacks. And he's got my hair on him. And I don't know what this is up on his head. I assume it's some kind of like John Travolta type hairstyle, but you could put your finger through it. I don't even know, y'all. And he's also got this little crown on the back of his hair. It won't stand up. I try all the time to get it to stay up, and it's just not gonna do it. Anyway, and he has this alchemical symbol. I'm not good at remembering the alchemical symbols. That's why I'm gonna make good morning, I can't talk. That's why I'm gonna make a bunny stuffy book. I have lots of other stuffies besides just bunnies too. Far too many. this house is full of stuffies because, you know, um, I'm obsessed, and so I have 3 children. And if you think that those 3 children are not also obsessed with stuffed animals, you'd be wrong. Anyway, okay, my favorite part about this bunny. Look at the inside of his ear. Oh, it's so pretty. It's like holographic and sparkly and rainbow. I don't know if you've noticed, but I love rainbows. Anyway, this bunny's name is pretty obvious, I think. This is Disco. And he looks like he came from a disco. And also I happen to love Panic at the Disco. The band or musical group. And so his favorite song and his favorite thing to do is say, I chimed in with, haven't you people ever heard of closing the god darn door? No. My Disco. I tend to bring bunnies to the desk based on like how I'm feeling that day, or sometimes based on what art I'm doing. So, if you can't tell, I'm feeling a little panic attacky today. And I'm a little bit dissociated. Okay. Yeah? You gonna sit with her? Aw, Disco put his ears around Legion to cuddle her. Okay, and this is Bob the Bad Desk Bunny. And you can meet Octobunny. This is the Octobunny. They're my friends that sit at my desk. We're gonna work on this today. This is the class from Kitten Clowder that we've been working on. You can find the YouTube channel for kittenclowder.com in the description below. And there's also like a little explanation of her classes. And yeah, and also Plushy Dreadfuls are in, the link is in the description below. It's reminding me, my Alexa's reminding me to take my vitamin. Let's see, what's next? What's next is we need our coffee. I might need to go get more coffee. I'm drinking a little bit extra because the hot liquid feels good on my tooth. But we also need my bunny ears. I have to tell you guys something. I have some issues with time. I guess you could say I get random amnesia. And it's definitely more than just forgetting things. I can't really judge time very well. Okay, I can't judge time at all. So I follow time a little bit differently than other people. To keep in mind what day it is, what day of the week. I start my week on Monday, and each day is, instead of being a day of the week, it's a color. So Monday is red, Tuesday is orange, Wednesday is yellow, Thursday is green, Friday is blue, Saturday is purple, and Sunday is rainbow. Okay? Because I just feel like trying to separate purple, blue, and indigo into colors that I wear, and what color ears I wear, and what color I put on my watch. I show you. Every day I change my watch screen. I have a watch screen for every color of the day. So in the morning, before I put my watch on the charger, I switch it to the right day, right? However, Sometimes, for some reason, I get yellow and orange day mixed up. So, my purpose for telling you all of this is because yesterday was yellow day, and today is orange day. Part of the problem is I don't really have very many yellow or orange shirts. So sometimes I have to wear whatever shirt and just tell by the color of my ears. And yeah, so yesterday I thought it was yellow day, which is Wednesday, but it's not. It wasn't Wednesday, it was Tuesday. So yeah, I correct myself on that. I don't know if you noticed, but I changed up my little sidebar where my face is a little bit this morning. I'm not a very consistent person, to be honest, and I like constantly changing things. So I changed a little bit of how much you can see of me and what's behind me in the screen, because yesterday my youngest was trying to go past the camera without being seen. It didn't work out really. He crawled across the floor into the kitchen and then butt scooted back. And my husband was on the live chat, and he was like, we could still see him. And as far as people being on live streams with me or in videos, I am more concerned about protecting the privacy of those around me. So I don't just throw somebody on the live chat with me. I let them know that I'm chatting, and I let them know that I'm streaming or creating a video, and it's up to them. I've always kind of been that way. While there are some videos of my children on the interwebs that I put there, it was when they were much, much younger. They're full-grown adults now, every single one of them. So they can make that decision fully for themselves. And if they come out here and they look crazy, you know, that's on them. Okay. If my mouth starts to hurt too much, I will probably just reduce the amount I'm talking. And if you see me stick a Q-tip in my mouth, it's because my mouth hurts and I'm trying to use the Ambisol to numb it. So, technically, yesterday we finished all this greenery in the tree, and it came out pretty good. However, as it dried overnight, I came back to my desk this morning, and as good as it looks, I feel like there's not enough depth to it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna add in any of the two lighter colors. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back with YG67 and add some more of that. It's the darkest color in the blend. And then I might come back in with a little bit of G28 to just break that up a little bit, because to me it just looks flat. And then I might come back through the lighter areas with my Chris, what are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? Colorless Splendor, yeah. To even lighten up some of the lighter spots. And then we're going to move on to the flowers. We'll be doing these tulips today, and I don't know how much further we're gonna get, but we'll just see, right? I also changed up a lot of stuff in my description last night and started going back through my videos that are on the lives. Started going back through my live recordings. I don't know what you call it. Yeah. So make sure you check out the description box. Some things have changed, okay? What else? Oh, I know that it's barely visible. You know how I'm talking about all the time about it's okay to make mistakes? Well, remember yesterday, right here, we had a big blob of marker. It's okay. I'm going to turn that into something. We're going to hide something in the tree. Mm, okay. I'm gonna move this a little bit because I have a habit of staring at the screen in OBS to see what's going on, and I try not to use the actual YouTube studio live streaming thing, except to make sure that the stream is still going. I'm gonna move this so that it's, excuse me, so that it's kind of right underneath the camera, so that maybe it will look like I'm looking at the camera. I really hope soon to be able to figure out how to put two Apple devices into this at the same time. What I'm looking at right here, this is on my overhead iPhone, but I'm using my internal camera on my laptop for where I'm at, and I don't really like that. I have another camera in front of me that records all day, but I would love to be able to put that camera up there because I'm constantly looking at that camera and not that camera. And I don't know if it really matters because the only reason that I even have my face on the screen is because I have issues with disembodied voices, and I feel like other people do too. Like, just seeing my hands here all the time and me talking, that would be kind of weird, I feel like. So I put my face up there. But I've never been good with, like, maintaining eye contact in the first place. Okay. Ooh, the anxiety is running today. Y'all ready to get started? If you want to know what I'm listening to when I'm singing and bobbing my head, because I love music, it's a big part of my life. I can't function without it. And basically, I can't stop myself from singing and dancing. I'm not saying I sing well, okay? But if you want to know what I'm listening to, there's a box right here on the screen. That's where it's supposed to show my music. However, it has this habit lately of, like, shutting off. I don't know why it does that. I'm gonna see if I can fix it real quick because it's not changing and updating. Let's see, restart capture. Okay, that's right for now. Let's see if it, I don't know. If it doesn't update, I'll probably just turn it off for the day. Right, let's get started. I'm gonna, like I said, go through here with YG67, okay? And I'm barely gonna do anything with this. I'm going to take the top off on the other end so that it will equalize. Excuse my voice. I know that my camera is shaking because I'm doing sort of a circular motion. I know that that makes my desk shake. Someday, I'm gonna move into my studio building and get out of this living room so my family can have the living room back. But I'm just not there yet. It takes a lot of energy for me to do physical work, and I don't really have it right now. I have enough energy to do my art and sit here all day, but it's a struggle for me sometimes to accomplish things that I want to accomplish. I've done this particular class. This is my third time. Um, I did it once with my Spectrum Noir Illustrator markers. I have video of that. Some video. I was kind of confined to my bed when I was doing that one. But I also have video footage of me doing it in colored pencil. If you're interested in seeing those, let me know. I'll see if I can edit them sufficiently and post those videos as uploads, not lives. This technique I'm using is called scumbling. And it's just basically a bunch of round going around and kind of like being kind of freehand with it. And like this helps to create the illusion of texture. So I'm really not even using the class at this point to do this, except for to make sure I'm using the right color in the right place. But I'm also doing a lot of extra experimental stuff in this one that it's not included in the class. It's just me fiddling around. See, that looks a little bit better to me. Oh. Tooth pain is my number 3 top pain I've ever experienced in my life. And it's a pain that's very difficult for me to tolerate amongst all the pain that I experience. Because to me, it's in my head, it's in my face, it's in my brain. It hurts right there. So for some reason, my mind thinks, oh, it hurts so bad I can't even think. Like it's actually affecting my brain. But no, it's just that, everybody has that pain, one or two things that they can't tolerate. Mine, my top 3 list is pancreatitis. I never want to go through that again. Having my toenails surgically removed twice and having to grow them back, that's number 2. And number 3 down that list is tooth pain. So I'm at that number 3 level right now. One of my colorless blender pens, because I have two, because you almost always need your colorless blender when you're working with alcohol markers. Um, I no, I almost always need my colorless blender. Um, I even have some generic colorless blenders that I use when I'm doing pencils. Yes. Certain certain blender solutions actually work really well to blend pencil, but only if you're using pencils that have a very high wax content. They work super well on crayons. I've done some pretty interesting things with with just colorless blenders over wax based mediums. I'll probably get around to posting those on Instagram at some point. And most of the art that I've done in the past few years, I have recorded on video. I've done a lot. I have a lot of videos. So why am I doing live instead of making uploads? Well, I'm still learning how to use Final Cut Pro. That's why. I'm not great at editing the videos yet. That's all. Okay, let me take a look at this. It helps me if I pick my art up and hold it backwards and refocus my eyes, because when I'm looking at my art most of the time, my eyes zoom in. I feel like my eyes have like camera lenses. They zoom in to the details, the tiniest details of exactly what I'm doing. And it makes it hard for me to see the entire picture and the effect. So what I like to do is just pick it up, look away from it, kind of blink my eyes a bit. I might look at something else, like I have this cute bunny puzzle over on my wall that me and my kids did years ago. And I'll look at that a lot. And instead of looking at the individual elements, I'll make sure that I see the whole picture as one. And then I look back at my art. I feel like that looks a lot better than it did. I am going to come in here and add some of this G28 to it. Just a different shade, that's all. A little bit different. A little bit different of a tone. I haven't used this color yet. I know that. So brand new markers have a tendency to blob. So I'm just going to go through some of this. And I'm going to bring this into the lighter areas, but just a little bit. Try to keep it minimal, because I'm not great at keeping things minimal. I'm not really a minimal person. Like, it's just not me. When I do something, I do it all the way. Whether it's a mistake or whatever. Do you ever get a little bit tired of life? Like you're not really happy, but you don't wanna make it hanging back. You gotta survive, 'cause you gotta survive. Like your body's in the room, but you're not really there. Minimal, Chris. But yeah, I either go like too much or way too much. And I don't know. My internal hard drive is just telling me stuff that I don't want to hear. It's saying, oh, your disk is too full. I guess I just need to find out where those files are and try to move them to my external hard drive. I don't even know why they are trying to save to my internal hard drive. Live it up, live it up, it's irrational, seems so supernatural. But anyway, I haven't tried to fill any Copic markers yet. I'm praying and hoping that they are as easy to do as the company seems to say they are. Because filling Spectrum Noir markers, like, there comes a point when you have disabilities where you learn that your life needs to be functional for you, not perfect, not, you know, to other people's standards. It just needs to be functional for you. And when you're an artist, you definitely need your art supplies to be as functional as possible. And if it takes you 3 days to fill up 30 markers for one class, that's a lot of prep time. And it was also really difficult for my hands to do sometimes. So I finally got fed up. Unstoppable, a drop kick impossible. I live it up, live it up, live it up, live it up. I break down the walls, a backhand and smash 'em all. I live it up, live it up, live it up, live it up. Mm-hmm. Unstoppable. So, yeah, I'll probably look up the instructions for filling Copic markers in a little while. And we'll try filling this colorless blender. Right now, we're going to grab the other colorless blender. Yeah, this is the right one. It has a hair. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to come through here in the lighter areas and do the same kind of swirling technique to just create a little bit more light and variation. It's not a lot we have to do here. I thought about just doing like a dabbing pattern on it, but I decided not to because I don't want that dabbing pattern to like blend in with the dabbing pattern we did for the sky. I don't know if it would do that, but I'd rather not right now. I'm using my jamming playlist this morning. Well, it's not called that. I titled it "Yes, Ma'am, Get It On," but it's basically just a wake up playlist. Because my energy level today is like horrible. People don't really think about it, but when your body and your mind are farthing fighting um, pain, it really fatigues your body and your mind, and that can be a struggle to deal with. I mean, for real. I can be a lot more free-handed with the blender than with the actual colors. It's a little weird. People have told me before that it seems like I do more subtractive work when it comes to my art because, I mean, I have a hard time leaving highlights behind, like a really hard time. I see white paper and my instinct is to cover it with color. And so I often bring in too much color. So my erasers and anything that will remove color, like colorless blender, get a lot of use. It's kind of like I just slap color down and then I use the subtractive tools to fine tune the design or whatever. And that's kind of what I'm doing here, even though I've been trying to do less of the subtracting because that's just natural for me. And I'd rather like to learn how to not do that in the first place. It's something I work on a lot. Running the blender through here is also going to smudge some of the circles so they don't look so much like circles. I'm pretty happy with that. Come right back through this area right here and this area. Okay. I like that a lot. This is coming out really nice. I'm very happy with it. We tested this pen yesterday on our swatch decks. I'm going to use it real quick. It's black and it's not going to fade. So I'm going right over where that smudge was. I usually like to do these in white in my art. But since we had that blob, gonna make use of it. Why are you so loud? Uphill battle, I look good whenever. There we go. We're going to start with R05. Excuse me. So I do this on every piece. I go past the border, and then I end up drawing in the extra flowers, and I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do that this time. Who knows? Let's just move on. Well, my friend just told me good morning. Did I start my time lapse? Yep. Okay, I have this other camera over here that I use for time lapse, but I often forget to start it. I like to make little time lapses because I think it's fun to watch the art quickly change. Like change in tone, change colors. And so I've been posting those on my Instagram here and there with the photos of my coloring. I got a bucket full of sunshine. I kind of created my own little way of coloring these tulips over the past couple of times I did it, so I'm not exactly doing what she's doing in the class. I'm going my own way a little bit here. You know how you breathe in real hard and breathe out real hard when things hurt? You can't do that when you have a bad tooth because the air going across the tooth hurts. Okay, next color we're going to use is Y38. And I forgot something this morning, I think. No? I feel like one of my lights is wrong somewhere, but I'm not sure. So I have a lot of shadow today. Maybe that will help. Not really. Okay. There's always gonna be always gonna be Oh man. I kind of colored that one a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and color it with the red too. You know. It's not really that significant, but next we're going to do Y35. I'll go with R85, but that's not very blended out, so let me do something real quick. I'm going right back over that. I'm not pulling it out anymore. I just kind of want to give this like a second coat. And I'm probably going to skip the orange, or the, what is it, Y38 in the second round. Sometimes I skip that mid-tone if I feel like I've got the mid-tone on there good enough. I feel like it helps me not desaturate the first color so much. We're gonna do Y35 again, and I'm gonna just come from the top down. Or, okay, let me go over the red too. That looks better. Gonna make a change. It's gonna feel real good. Yes, that looks a little better, but I feel like okay, next we're gonna use R85 for the next color of the tulips. This gets a little bit messy, to be honest, so I'm gonna try to do it a little better than I did previously. Ooh, we're blobbing. Sometimes, next color, I think it's R83. Just as much I'm trying to really apply a tiny amount of these colors because these are tiny, tiny tulips. And then R81, I'm gonna try to leave some white on these. Probably not be very successful, but that can be fixed in my finishing stages. I want to say, if you're lurking and watching this live, it would be awesome if you came in and just dropped a little note in the chat. We can talk. It's free. Okay, from here, my tulips are going to get a little bit more difficult. So, I'm just letting you know. Well, I've had this sitting on my desk. Let me tell you what it is real quick. These are, I call them my yellow cards. They were a gift to me from someone. And it's called Better Than Yesterday. And what you do is you pull out a random card and then you do what the card says. And you're supposed to do one every day. I don't. I do them whenever I get around to them. So this one is Better Than Yesterday 247. Of course, you can put the hashtag in there and post it. This says, do as many push-ups as you can today. Challenge yourself to do them throughout the day and write down your total. Okay, let me explain something to you. When I was a child, I couldn't even do one push-up. I don't have very much upper body strength and never have. So, yeah, that's not happening. But that's an idea, kind of. At the bottom, the actual goal here is challenge yourself to complete a goal, no matter how many chunks you have to break it down into. And that I can do. So what I do is I leave this on my desk until I complete it. Then I'll say, hey, this is what I did. And then I'll pull another card on another day. Sometimes it takes me a week. Sometimes it just sometimes takes me a while to get around to them. But I think I can do that. All right, moving on. I'm going to grab R05. And we're going to do these right here. Then it's going to get a little weird. I'm going to go ahead and uncap the other end because this is going to be some fine detail here. And if it blobs, it's going to be a little bit harder to fix. I'm going through and doing one little line through them to help me get the basic shape started. I'm gonna trace a little one in here because that's like an empty spot. And come back and I'm going to do the upper little lines. Those are too small for me to get those. Alright, so now I'm gonna do the bottom of them. Let me just get the very bottom of these. Basically a little dot. I'm going to come back to this color in just a minute. I need Y04. I'm going to try to leave some white on these. When we finish this class completely, I'm going to pull out the other two and let you look at them, and we can compare and contrast both the skill that I've improved on. There's always something I've improved on, as well as the different mediums and just my feeling of how they came out. It's my opinion, you know? Right. Now we're going to hand draw in some of these tulips. And they get smaller and smaller. So, again, if it blobs, it might be a problem. But it's art, so it's not like the end of the world. You know? This is a great way to practice having more compassion with yourself and other places in your life. Because if you can have self-compassion when you're coloring or doing any kind of art, then you can apply that to other areas of your life. That's my thought anyway. Let's run away and So I'm going to try and leave a gap here because sometimes I fill this up and I shouldn't. Okay. YR04. Now depresso, which is the feeling that you have when you are out of coffee. Oh. I'm going to come back with the RO5 and kind of just add some color in here just to fill in these little white spots. Not the white spots on the flowers really, just in between them. Don't see me drying no tears. Never mind, it's never mind. Sometimes I'm a stranger. Yes, that doesn't make don't see me cry no tears. Whatever, to whenever, stay there. She reached out and was like, but you couldn't follow them to come back in the first place. Alright, cool with that. Repeating, don't know if I. Y38 is what we need next. Y38 is what we need next. I don't know why my chat thing looks so weird. What is that? Well, there's no like box to type in on the chat, so I don't know. I don't wanna sound cold with me, but you know this. Okay, so that's like some abstract stuff going on here. Because as you get further and further away, you don't need the exact shape. What, 11? We're gonna dab this in here weirdly. I'll see you never. I'm just gonna make this really messy, okay? Okay, Judge? Tell your friends I don't care, we never say goodbye. Tell your family I won't give you another try. Have a good life, I'll see you never. Pumping my fist, we're not together. And we really liked your mama. Bye-bye, love. Cheers to your drama. Have a good life. I will without you. Find a new bed. Someone I like to. I'm going to bring this Y11 right over the very back row of the red tulips, just to kind of blend them together a tiny bit, not a lot. I just want it to kind of look like there's some yellow that are kind of combined with the reds. It's fine. It's fine! Okay. Goodbye, love. I see your drama. Have a good life. I will without you. Find a new bed. Someone I like to. We need R11. And we're doing stippling now. If you weren't here yesterday, I'll say it again. I'm not great at stippling. I'm learning. I have less room to do this in than I did last time because I made this like weird bridge gap thing. All right. V15. Is that really that light? I mean, yeah, I guess it is. You wanna know what I mean? Come as a boyfriend, come as a girl. The street clean. You know what I mean. Karma is my boyfriend. Karma is a god. Karma is like greasing my hair on a weekend. Karma's a relaxing thought. Aren't you amazed that for you it's not? Oh, I guess I need to drink something else. Karma is not a bounty hunter. Karma's gonna. Let me grab Y35. I'm gonna bring this over here. Just a little bit. I'm gonna put this one back here. R81, let's do that. I'm gonna put this one up here, kind of overlapping the colors a little tiny bit so that it does look like okay, come in here. And back here. Ah! Lobbage. Crud. Hang on. It gives me. My nose is itching. And then B000. And I'm pretty much going to use this to tie everything else together, I think. What's up, Reese dog? What's up? You want pets? Come. He's a good boy. Sorry. Need pets. My puppers need pets. And I need to get the hair off my hand. It's not time yet, buddy. You still got about an hour before it's time. He wants to go, but he's a little off time-wise, just like his mom. Okay. RO5. Honestly, my mouth. Woo. Is it love or a panic attack? I think we got V17 next, which I know is gonna vlog because I've never opened it. Danger to my health or so it seems. Is it love or a panic attack? Is a heavy heart nobody's nobody's keeping score. I don't know if I can see you anymore. Is it love? 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 I got some ink on the side of the marker. I don't really like it when that happens. You wanna say goodbye? So you mean I never worry, so guess we are okay. are 85. And B02. I'm trying to decide something. It's gonna drive me a little crazy. I mean, my intention was originally to just trim off this edge. But, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll decide after lunch. Okay. Remove these. I'm gonna get the G28. And we're gonna do these right here. And I know this is gonna blob, so. I need fine lines here. Stretch yourself thin. You can breathe your arms apart. Whew. It's getting to the intolerable point. My eyes are watering. She said to me all I got I know I'm being really quiet, but my mouth really hurts pretty bad right now. You gotta be cool, you gotta be cool, you gotta stay IG 67. Let go of me. My marker grabbed my hair. Oh, guys. I should have known that was going to happen. Well, we're going to have fun with that later, okay? Crud. Alright, we're just gonna like go around that. It's just weird. It'll fade into the background, hopefully. Even though it's really close to the front of the image. It shouldn't be too bad. There's a hair on here. Yeah. Oops. I am rhythm now, means my just and I think we have YG11 next. No, it's YG23 actually. Almost messed that up. I mean, it wouldn't have mattered. It still would have looked fine. But that's not what I'm trying to do here. I've decided I'm not drawing this in this time. Damien. Shirt. I'm live, baby. And, like, look down. Can't hear you.
I said hashtag free the nipple.
I'm live.
I know. That's not an inappropriate thing.
I haven't said it.
It's a movement on Instagram.
What?
It's a movement on Instagram.
Okay, well, I don't do movements. I'm doing my own freaking thing here, man. It's fine. I don't guess that's really a bad word. I'm just nervous. I'm nervous, that's all. Trying to leave just a little bit of white in here, but it's kind of hard. All right. Okay, and that's pretty much done there. So it's 11:01. That means it's time for me to go to lunch and do my lunch things. Other than my tooth, I'm feeling okay today. So I predict that I will be back after lunch and we will continue this. We are so close to being finished and I really like how it's coming out. Don't worry about this right here. We're gonna trim that off because it's actually not part of the scene. I just don't know how to not go to the complete edges of my pages unless there's an actual border around them, and I forgot to print out the one that had the border around it for the 3rd time in a row. So we're just gonna chop it off. Okay, yeah, this has been Periwinkle Palace Arts, Princess Bun Bun, and her bun buns. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you had fun. Let me know what you think in the comments below if you see this video later. And yay, we did art here.